Hey, welcome back. This is Carlos Cavallo from datingadviceguru.com, your dating advice guru. Today we're going to talk about emotionally unavailable men. Oh yeah, you know them and love them, don't you? Those commitment phobes. I'm going to show you 5 signs he won't commit. So what is it with guys anyways? Are all guys emotionally shut down? Do all men avoid commitment? Are you doomed to dating guys who are commitment phobic? Well, the answer to these questions, the short answer is no, no, no. You probably also know that you're not alone in your struggles with guys like this. The good news is that everyone feels emotions, but some people internalize them really well. And when they do that, it actually looks like they might be unavailable. Now, I've got a really huge insight to give you, but I'm going to save that for after we go through these 5 signs that your man won't commit. All right, let's jump right in with sign number 1 that he won't commit. He's an emotionally unavailable guy. The sign is he's like a Terminator. There are some guys out there that are more like a robot than a human being. They're just so darn hard to read. If you're finding yourself constantly wondering, what are you thinking? What's going on in your head? Well, maybe even asking him that same question, you might have a guy that's emotionally closed off. So how do you work through it? Well, first off, find out if this is his normal way of handling life. Some guys respond to certain situations by dampening their own enthusiasm. It's a coping strategy, and sometimes it's just a mechanism for him to get the job done. He's a guy, after all. That's what we do. But if this is the way he's always been, something you can confirm by maybe asking his mom or a close friend of his, what you see is what you get. He might be the kind of guy that just doesn't have a whole lot of emotional ups and downs for you. He's never going to quite be like another girlfriend of yours. And the next time something happens that should provoke an emotional response, just make a little comment about the situation and then ask, so what's going on inside you right now? If he still doesn't have anything to offer you, you might have to resign yourself to the fact that this is how he is. A lot of people turn this kind of situation into a blame festival because he's not the way you want him to be, and you think the way you want him to be is right way, right? Well, if you feel the other person is wrong for being that way, that's going to be very damaging. Don't make another guy feel broken or wrong just because he doesn't emote the way you want him to. Just move on. All right, sign number 2 that he's avoiding connection. He's a me monkey. Me monkeys are selfish people. They only seem to think of themselves. For example, he doesn't ever ask you how your day went. You might be giving off all the signals of being sad or hurt, but he doesn't seem to notice or seem to care about it. Or he doesn't check in about the things that you might have told him were so important to you. Now, in most cases, this behavior is just a defensive posture to avoid vulnerability and to keep from getting hurt. Again, you should probably test this one out by throwing out some details on your day, even if he doesn't ask you about them. If he doesn't ask you more about it after you've put it out there, well, you might want to let this guy go. But if he can be inspired to get a little bit more interested in what's going on with you, maybe ask a little bit more, then you've got some hope to keep you going. All right, he's not very emotional. Sign number 3, he's kind of uncool. Now, one of the best ways you can spot an emotionally disconnected guy is to look at how he treats you, and especially how he treats others. In fact, one of the best signals is, how does he treat the people he doesn't have to treat nice? Like waiters and waitresses. You ever been on a date where the guy was just unnecessarily mean to your server? Kind of a dick? Well, that's not cool, and that's just how you spot one of these guys a mile away. Just watch how he treats others. Is he mean to homeless people? Does he make fun of people unnecessarily? Is he generally mean-spirited? Probably should give that one a pass. All right, is he emotionally shut down? Sign number 4, he's perfect. Now, I don't mean that he's actually perfect, but he probably isn't ever to blame for anything, right? You can't win in arguments. It's never his fault. He'll be one of those guys that just can't be at fault for anything he does. He can't accept responsibility or culpability. And the easiest way to test this one out is just ask him about his past relationships in a gentle, curious way. What does he say about his exes? Does he ever talk about his contribution to the end of the relationship? Was it all her? Well, if it seems like that, then there's a huge red flag right there. Ask yourself, is it really likely that all his past breakups were her fault? And just a little warning there, make sure you're the type of person who can handle listening to his past relationships. Some women don't do so well with that. They get very insecure, and of course, that makes it very difficult to hear what's actually going on. All right, he's not emotionally open to you. Sign number 5, he unplugs. Guys who are emotionally shut down or unavailable have strategies for avoiding intimacy in their relationships. Their go-to avoidance strategy is to pull away and unplug when things get a little too close for his comfort. Now, there's a ton of ways that guys do this. They keep secrets from you. They work longer hours at work to avoid you. They avoid your calls and texts. Substance abuse is actually another sign of that if it happens within the relationship, and even shutting down conversations. The pattern's pretty common. You guys met, things got hot and heavy. Well, he was crazy for you, of course, and then he starts to back off. He starts to cool off. And the more you move back in to close that distance and get the connection back, the more he pulls away from you. You feel rejected and he feels smothered. It's kind of a no-win situation, right? Well, the good news is it's not your fault. Now, I got to be clear here. Some of these symptoms are not because he's commitment phobic, not always anyways. These come up because of certain things that men do at certain points in their lives, or because his personality type is one that you don't recognize or know how to handle and manage compared to yours. The cure is to know the difference. I just put the final touches on a special training that helps women know exactly what kind of guy she's dealing with. Is he a bull? Is he a cat? Is he a turtle? Maybe he's a lamb, or could he be a dog? If you'd like to know exactly which man you've got, what his connection style is, and how to deal with it so that you can get the commitment from him you want, you need to go watch my limited time free presentation. Just go click the link you see below this video and just jump on over there. It's at datingadviceguru.com. And of course, do those big 3 that you always got to do. Number 1, make sure you like this video. Number 2, subscribe to keep getting these badass videos. And number 3, make sure you leave your comments and questions below so I know what to do my next video on. Hey, this is Cavallo from datingadviceguru.com. As always, live and love with passion.